the network thing, something that's so funny about that. And I think one of the ways you put it in the book was like, it's not who you know, it's like who knows of you to do certain things. Like yesterday, my business partner was invited on a podcast, and it's because the podcast host had heard of him and his skills from like 4 or 5 different people. So it's like, it's not that someone was like, oh, this guy's really smart and good at data, you should talk to him. It's like, it took like 5 distinct people separately bring this guy up for then someone to care. So it's like, there's a critical mass.
I think there's a very important concept that business owners need to, like, if we back up one layer further, and this will apply to networking, it'll apply to management, it'll apply to hiring, it'll apply to sales. Back up one layer further and like understand that a fundamental truth about humans, and that is that every single person in this world is selfish. Every single person. My wife married me because she thinks I could be a good leader and I could make her life better. My business partner partnered with me because he thinks he'll send me less money every month than value I add to the company. Does that make sense? Every single person in your life is selfish. They want what's best for them. Now, luckily, we live in a world of abundance where you and I can both be very selfish. We can treat each other well, and we can both help each other win in amazing new ways. That's the amazing, beautiful thing about capitalism. Now, when you go to networking, it's not about who you know, because if you walk around with your hand out saying, help me, help me, help me, help me. And now look, there is something to say for a hungry young entrepreneur who will take your advice and actually act on it, because that does give me joy. And there is something in it for me. And as a selfish person mentoring others, I'm happy to do that for somebody who's actually going to take action and do something. 95% of people don't. I have the meeting, I tell them what to do, and they don't do anything. But networking, it's not about who you know and whose hand you can try to shake. And look, if your dad is a member at Augusta National and people are trying to impress your dad and they're going to give you a job, that's selfish. Like every single person is selfish. So unless you can add value, unless you're good at something, unless other people want to know you, your sales, your networking, your hiring, your management, all of it is really, really hard.
Yeah, that's why I think when I first started the podcast, it's like content is one of the best, most accessible ways to like become useful or interesting, just like building some degree of distribution. So even if you're not particularly good at anything, now you just have attention, and attention's a form of capital. So it's like, that's why when,
but everybody wants the social media following, but nobody wants to do the things that are required to make people want to follow you. Nobody wants to follow somebody who's just regurgitating Steve Jobs and Elon Musk biographies. There's zero value in that audience because they don't trust you. They don't look up to you. You actually have no influence over the decisions that they make. People want to follow Hormozi, Cody Sanchez, Sahil Bloom, these influencers that are actually in the trenches doing it. So, it's a double-edged sword there too. So I have really bad advice. Like if you want to build a following, or I have bad news. I have bad news. Like if you want to build a following or you want to grow a huge network, the first step is to do something interesting and go make some money.